June 21st, year 11, at 5:28 p.m., entry 111. Chapter 10. No chance, no way. Am I in love? Again. I just finished exercising and watching an episode of Glee. And, as if that were a metaphor for, I don't know, something related to my life in the metaphorical sense, I guess, I am struck by an epiphany of sorts. I want Matt to be my boyfriend. I mean, I already knew that, but after watching Glee, I had trouble recalling any of my excuses for not asking him already. If I really need to point out reasons why I want him, well, I'll give it a try. First of all, I thought about him several times today already, just to give an idea of how I'm feeling. Most of the day I was working on my project, Super Smash Bros. Modding, creating a mod called Terra. But I took breaks in that and spaced out just to lay back and think about two people. The first was my friend Greg, but the second, and the longer of the two, was my friend Matt. During this time, I thought about myself caressing his chest, running my hands up and down all over his body, and squeezing him tight to me, and just the thought of that filled me with comfort and longing. Unusual, isn't it? For me, anyways. When I started my project, I would take very few breaks to deal with anyone, bracket, and I mean to anyone, end bracket. The two people that I would take a break from my project for were Greg and Matt, but not for Ben, or going to karaoke, or cookouts, or hanging with Steve and or Josh and the guys, or meeting new people, or exercise, and barely for work, but for Greg and Matt I would. Furthermore, when I did manage to pull myself away from my project to hang with someone, because they pleadingly asked me to, my project was still what I chose to spend most of my idle time thinking about. But with Matt it's not. I enjoy hanging with him enough to prevent my mind from wandering. Or at least from wanting to wander back to my project. I enjoy observing his mannerisms, the way he walks and acts. He's quite the curiosity, and few people can hold my interest in such a manner. When I'm with Matt, I want to observe him, more than I want to do my favorite thing, in summary. He's not over-emotional. He's got a solid emotional base and attractive appearance, both body and face, subjectively. He appreciates my mind and personality, and we have similar perspectives on things. All the qualities I found Ben and Greg lacking, he seems to possess. One of those qualities is interest and availability. He identifies as gay, and he's interested in me, so that helps. He's willing to have late-night conversations and make observations on unique occurrences and discuss them mutually. He compliments me in that he is more ambitious than I, he has his own place, and has held a single job down for a while and wants to quote-unquote take over the world. And I nicknamed him my Silver Knight, although we'll see how long that nickname lasts. Note: Silver, quote-unquote, Knight, because it's my favorite color, besides clear color, quote-unquote, and Night, quote-unquote, because, in a way, his existence and our coexistence thus far represents something that I think I will have considerable trouble finding again should I lose him. I can be a knight in shining armor for many people, but there are few who can do that for me. He holds such a power. Oh, did I mention he's masculine? Bracket. God! Whoops. Hecate, Diana, Artemis. I hope I don't lose him. End bracket. What else can I mention? Most of this summer I have spent working on my project. I have done some interesting things with Greg, including eating hot dogs on a custom-built raft in the middle of a lake watching a chipmunk get shot to death, sadly, and marched shirtless in a gay pride parade with Matt at my side. He seems fond enough of me, but I wonder if he thinks of me when I'm not around. It's alright if he doesn't, but I do wonder what's on his mind. I'm fairly adept at using dual perspective, but the more I work with computers, the less I'm connected to humans, and I find my ability to discern their thought processes fades a bit, although Matt is an anomaly in and of himself. I topped a special friend, bracket K, end bracket, last Sunday. It wasn't the cleanest encounter, but he said he was glad it was with me, and also that he might not be bottoming again for a while, which is actually well timed because I think I'm falling for Matt. but in a slow, steady way that signifies a long-lasting attraction predating an equally, if not greater, long-lasting relation. Now that I think about it, I should probably look us up in the astrology book. He's a Scorpio snake? Note, I was always wary of Scorpios because I'm consciously predisposed to considering them equal simply because of how preternaturally aggressive they are with their yin energies, or are they yang? I've always felt to be wary of Scorpios because an adept one may be sharper than they let on, which also makes for a good partner in my opinion because it's a trait that I cultivate in myself. Note 2. I wonder if I should tell Matt of these feelings or leave them semi-hidden. We are both pretty hard reads, but I believe I've got a bit more insight than he does at reading people, although less experience with doing anything practical with that, with what I've learned. Also, Matt's somewhat rough in bed, and I kind of like it. hmm. Also, just so I remember, after the Pride March, Matt and I went to YPI Sober Dance afterwards, where he performed a choreographed dance to the song OMG by Usher. A good choice. I enjoyed watching him dance, though I was partially distracted by maintaining a conversation with Kenny. I wish there was slightly more to the dance, though. Matt looked adorable in suspenders. I kinda do, and don't hope anyone reads this because, as much as I'm talking about Matt, I must sound like a love-struck schoolgirl. Eh. After his performance, I went about gathering various YPI youth to help me teach Matt to dance. According to my observations, he definitely has the ability, but he's got to learn what appears good or smooth a bit more. Also, Matt is a tea connoisseur and works at a tea store. That is it for now. I just wanted to have someone to talk about Matt to, and since I don't really share my feelings with people, this is probably the best way. What was Matt's last name again? Also, there was one night Matt and I stood on a bench in the middle of Kennedy Plaza Park, just chatting for an hour. I didn't even realize how odd that might have looked to anyone. End entry.